Welcome to another episode of I'm Dying to Tell You. This is Dr. Mark Goulston with a shortened lifespan, so I'm trying to make the most of it. I'm going to give you a little insight into parent-child, parent-teenager, parent-young adult relationships. A lot of teens and young adults feel like their parents are really disappointed in them. And part of that, by the way, is because the language often of teens and young adults to their parents is either complaining, blaming, making excuses, threats, or being moody. And when parents hear that, parents get triggered because the child isn't really expressing what's going on underneath. They're actually feeling vulnerable underneath. They're actually feeling afraid underneath, but that's not what comes out. What comes out is complaining, blaming, excuses, threats, moody. And what I would say to you, if you're listening into this, if you're a teen or young adult, and you're probably not listening into this, but if you're a parent of a teen or adult, reach out to your teen or young adult and say, do you think I'm disappointed in you? And they're going to say, well, yeah. And if you're a loving parent, what you might be feeling is something else. What you might be feeling is that you're worried about them, not disappointed in them. You're not disappointed in them because you love them. There's something about a parent and child love. It's not disappointment in them. You might be disappointed for them because you see them doing things that are only going to backfire. You see them doing things that are only going to cause them hurt, that are only going to cause them to be rejected by the world, only going to cause them to not be able to succeed. So you're disappointed for them. And it might do well for you to communicate to your teen or your young adult, I'm not disappointed in you at all. I'm worried about you. And I'm kind of disappointed for you because when I see you do things or I see you failing to do things that I know is just going to cost you. The world's going to reject you. The world's not going to like you. It's going to make your life worse. That's what's really going on with me. Now, that said, you might say, well, but I am disappointed in them when they lie to me, when they try to deceive me, when they try to manipulate me, when they try to do all those things. But even in those cases where you're really triggered, you can pause and ask them, do you think I'm disappointed in you? And they're going to say, well, yeah, I do drugs. I'm a drug addict. I do whatever. You can still default back to, no. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you because all that stuff that you're doing, all your peers are moving past you. And you may have some peers who like you, that you may have some peers who vicariously live through your lying and drug use because they would like to do it. They find themselves entertained by you. They may even look at you temporarily as kind of a hero to them because they wouldn't dare do that. But the reason they wouldn't dare do that is not that they lack the courage. It's that something inside them tells them that if they did those things, that their life is not going to turn out well for them. So I hope you find that helpful. And if you do, that this is something that you can use with your teenagers or your young adults and see if it improves the situation. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of I'm Dying to Tell You. And I hope you'll keep tuning into them and I hope you'll find them useful. Take care.